the lack of accountability is at an all-time high. So not only
Mm,
does it give you answers, it gives you a finger to point.
yeah,
So if you are a woman who is real bitter, who's been going through it, now you get on social media and you see all these, men and women going, saying, "Oh, men are wrong, men are wrong." Now you got a finger to point, and
yeah,
vice versa. If you're a man and you got a good job, you got a good head on your shirt, you check all the boxes, but you're still not having any luck with women. Now you get on social media and say, "Oh, well, it's their fault. They're picking the wrong guy," and it gives you a finger to point instead of really examining yourself and having accountability. So, like, if you keep dealing with ain't shit women, maybe it's you.
hmm,
By the third or fourth, you can't keep saying, "Oh, all these women ain't." You got to start, but accountability is tough, and it's at an all-time low. And I think social media, because going back to what Lacey said, there you can always find somebody. You're no longer alone. In the past,
yeah,
before social media blew up, if I'm just having bad luck with women, but all my friends are married, I'm alone.
yeah,
So I really have to self-reflect and say, "Damn, what am I doing that my friends are?" But now I can just get on social media and there's a whole group of men
answer.
just like me. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
man.
Or if I'm having financial issues, there's a whole group of people just like me.
Like what Chris says, he said, I feel like too many people want to be a victim, want to be in a victim mindset and not work on themselves, both sides. And then he said, finger point equals victim mindset. It is, bro. It's just accountability, man. And like I said, I mean, when you give somebody an answer, man, they're gonna run with it. And the thing is, too, don't get me wrong, when you're trying to figure out, like you said earlier, you're trying to figure out, like, hey, man, why I can't get this, and somebody's explaining, like, well, because this, you're doing this is going on, because this, and you're connecting the dots. You're like, oh, that's why, and there's a guy, he made a good video. I remember watching it. It's called Red Pill Rage, and the crazy thing about it is that's not just a thing. It's a legit thing. But
Yeah,
I think
it
that's in
is.
I think that's in general with so much stuff. Because here's the thing, I realized this when you don't know something like I just say for example, I think that's what happened with quote unquote the woke media is that you don't know things and then all of a sudden people give you all this information. It like it over people don't know how to it overwhelms them. You know what I'm saying? Like here's the thing, let's say that we know this growing up, like you not knew things like hey about us being black and stuff like that in society. We knew things but on a very surface level. And then you get out in the real world and then you're like, oh no, bro, they lie to you because we know like Christopher Columbus, and the Pilgrims, and you start going through all these things, past presidents, and you're like, whoa, these mother effers lie to me.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know how to people don't know how to uh, obtain information
Hmm.
and not allow it to overwhelm them, and then they lash out. And
Right.
I think that's with a lot of things. It's kind of like, let's say like things that your parents, you find out later on that your parents didn't tell you, or your parents quote unquote lie to you later on. You're gonna be pretty pissed off and everything. I think anybody would. And it's kind of like the same concept with red pill rage and everything. That's with a lot of things. If you think of it with um, quote unquote woke media, it's the same thing. Like, look at how people lashed out, man, because they were starting to get information, which a lot of it was true,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was an overreaction, And it's like it's not like people didn't think about like, what? Hold up, let's step back and you know, let's step back and let's take our time with this and not react based off of all this information.